Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex here in Jackson, Kentucky for the opening game of the 2022 season for the Breathitt Bobcats here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. I'm joined alongside Eric Collins and Ty back here tonight. We'll have a special guest joining us here later, Mr. Freddie Maggart from KSR. Eric, there's probably not anybody in the nation right now that doesn't know where Breathitt County is located after the last 2 or 3 weeks. And you said it best when you sat down up here tonight. Guys, I really didn't think we would be here doing this. And there's a lot of folks that probably thought the same thing, but don't count these people from Breathitt County out. And the strength of the mountains has shown through, and with a lot of prayer and a lot of help from others and different parts of the state and different parts of the nation, we're back. We're back on the riverbank. The lights will be on shortly, and we got a great group of young men out here in the Bobcats ready to play football.
Yeah, didn't expect to be here, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I'll say that. There's nowhere else I'd rather be right now than down here watching the Bobcats get ready to play a ball game. It don't matter who's on the other side. Just it's nice to see that blue and white out there on the home field, and I'm ready to watch some football, Rob.
Well, I tell you what, it's been a long 2 or 3 weeks, and we were talking about it right then before we went on the air. There's not a kid on the field that hasn't been affected in some way or hasn't helped out in some way. If it wasn't at home or a family member, then they were down here at the den, cleaning up, scooping up mud, polishing and shining and cleaning and mopping and trying to get things ready for tonight. And the community and everyone around has done a great job. We want to say special thanks to the donations that we've had come in here as of late. Special thanks to Aspire Appalachia, who has really shown off again in our community to help us take care of our mountain folks. And we've really needed a little bit of distraction and getting these kids on the field. Tonight, we welcome the Magoffin County Hornets here to the riverbank. And like I said, it's a welcome distraction to be able to come out and play football and forget about some of the things that's went on. And
absolutely. It really says a lot about the type of young men we've got in the program, that they were in the middle of, what's been going on, that they were taking time to come out here and clean and just do all the work that needed to be done in order to make this happen tonight. It shows what this means to them. It's
a resilient bunch, and we got one of the finest classes of freshmen, I'll say, in the state, with the addition of Eli Crisp coming in to the Bobcat Nation this season. A young man nursing an injury right now, but he's going to help the Bobcats out. And that senior and junior and senior class is going to do nothing but get better, because they've got such a fine group of freshmen that are pushing them right now. Yeah. We witnessed that over at Pike Central last week when they went over and scrimmaged with Pike Central and Betsy Lane. We watched as much JV action over there as we did varsity action. The JV had a big part in that scrimmage, and that was good to see. And they've got a good schedule this year too. They're going to be playing some games on Monday nights, and exciting to see what they do, and exciting to see how they push these older guys on this Bobcat club. Folks, we want to say special thanks to our sponsors real quick before we cut away for a few. Special thanks to People's Bank of Jackson, Go Time and Steak and Shake as our title sponsors. Our game sponsors: Jackson Physical Therapy, Jiffy Mart, Law Office of Darrell Harold, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Breathitt Automotive, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, SEC Auto Sales, Rose Brothers Department Store, PDQ Sales and Service, Lakeside Homes, Jackson Electric, Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, Variety Pizza, Citizens Bank and Trust, Appalachian Wireless, and the law offices of David A. Johnson. We'll kick it back over to Ty back for a few minutes and get some commercials ready for you guys, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes to talk about some more football action here at the riverbank at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex, where the Bobcats will be taking on the Hornets of Magoffin County.
People's Bank, our vision is to be the best community bank in America. We pride ourselves in being a community bank that builds relationships with our clients and offers cutting-edge financial products. For 120 years, People's Bank has focused on helping clients achieve their financial goals. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's fried chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Coverage you need when you need it most. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Give them a call today at 606-666-5519 or 606-666-5500.
We are back from commercial break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we're going to bring you the Breathitt Bobcats in their first game of the season here against the Magoffin County Hornets. Kicking football off in a big way. It's been a rough 2 or 3 weeks for this community, and it's great to see as many fans as we have out in the stands with us here tonight at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. Got about 14 minutes to kickoff time. Got a few Lumberjacks coming in here. I see some Lumberjack jerseys. Chuck Price flexing some muscles. Good to see them here with us. But we got a great bunch of fans here tonight. And as I was saying, Eric, it's good to see so many people come out and support these young men, because these young men have needed it. This is a much-needed game. Magoffin County, I know they've been through some tragedy over the years with the things that have happened over there in a tornado and so forth years ago. And so it's two areas that are not just linked by county line, but, their people are very similar to us. Yeah. And in a situation like this, you find out just how similar we all are. And there's been a lot of outpouring of donations and a lot of outpouring of help from different parts of the state and all over the nation. Like I said earlier, there's probably not a person in Coach Kyle Moore checking in with me real quick to see what was going on with the chain crew. I hope they get that lined out.
Yeah, that's going to be a necessity tonight, but kind of get in on what you were talking about. there, Rob. It means a lot for these young men to see a crowd like this come out and support them. You know, sports really can bring the community together, and it shows you what this team, these young men in this program mean to the community to see them out like this tonight.
Well, it means a lot to them to get together and to be together, not out having to work or clean up or take care of something, but to be together on the field doing something that they love. Yeah. We talked about earlier how they had all been out cleaning and working, and it's really been something that they've took respect and they've took pride in doing, and they've humbled themselves, and that's what I like about this group. It's not just they're going to show off on the field, but they want to get things done in their community, and they want to help out. We talked about the flood and about the donations and the things that were coming in. Special thanks to Aspire Appalachia. You know, they've been instrumental in helping our community and helping people get back on their feet. If you're listening and you still want to do some donations, or you have something that you want to do for the community, you can contact Aspire Appalachia at 606-568-0133. To give you folks that are watching and listening in here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, the water here was about 2 or 3 steps up into the seating area here, so 7 to 8 foot of water across the field, coming up into the stands, at least 6-7 foot of water in the stadium, locker room area, offices, weight room, everything in there had to be cleaned out, and it was a pretty quick turnaround. In about 5 or 6 days, these guys were moving weights and equipment back into the building. So with that being said, we'll cut back to tie back. We've got a short message here for everybody from our boss, Brendan Miller. So we'll cut over to tie back, and we'll be back here shortly on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Good evening, everybody. This is Brendan Miller, owner of Bluegrass Sports Nation, and just wanted to welcome you to our presentation here tonight of the opening night of 2022 Friday Night Lights in Eastern Kentucky and Breathitt County football, as the Breathitt County Bobcats host the Magoffin County Hornets here on the Riverbank Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex in Jackson, Kentucky. And folks, what a night it is. Going to be an emotional night as we bring you Breathitt football as it rises from the devastation of the flooding at the end of July here in Eastern Kentucky. Folks, I'll tell you what, we call it the riverbank for a reason. The Breathitt facilities are on a riverbank, and in the flooding at the end of July, the Breathitt facilities, field, equipment, and the entire program was nearly wiped out by the flooding. But tonight, we will be playing. Many said we couldn't. Many thought we couldn't be playing on the riverbank. But we're proud to bring you this game here tonight. And as the owner of BSN, and as a former Bobcat, and as the father of 2 present Bobcats, really want to reach out and give a heartfelt thank you to everyone around the state who has reached out to the Breathitt football program, to the school system, and to all of our people here in Eastern Kentucky and Breathitt County. Folks, the people around the state of Kentucky, our motto is, united we stand, divided we fall. Well, this flood brought many to us here in Eastern Kentucky and in Breathitt County into this football program, and we are so thankful for everyone who came to assist with the football program, the facilities, and everyone who has put in hours and hours and hours of work to make tonight possible. Thank you, so that we can bring you this game and these young men can get out and play. As county attorney here in Breathitt County, I also want to thank everyone around the state and around the nation who has reached out to us, who have come to help, who've pitched in and brought some comfort to the people who have felt such devastation here in Breathitt County and around Eastern Kentucky. Folks, Breathitt County is devastated. The extent of the damage is unimaginable if you haven't seen it in person. And we thank you so much to everyone who has brought us comfort, work, money to help rebuild. We're proud people, and we thank you very much for coming to our rescue and to our assistance at this time. Breathitt County is Breathitt strong, and we're 606 strong. Folks, enjoy the football game tonight as the Bobcats and Hornets face off. We're proud to bring it to you here on BSN, and thank you again. Have a great evening.
Folks, we are back at the Holcomb Athletic Complex and getting prepared for the national anthem here. As it begins to play, we will go silent just for a few seconds as the teams respect our country and the national anthem is played. I just tell you guys, it's nothing short of a miracle that all of the electronics and the wiring and the lights and the sound system and everything is working as smoothly as it is at this point so far tonight. I think everything's been tested out. We had Will Noble up here earlier, and he was talking about some of the things they'd had to replace and some of the things they'd had to do this week to get prepared for tonight. Field looks great. I know it's been rolled and taken care of. Once again, thank you. A huge thank you goes out to all the donations and the support that we've had from all over the country, all over the state. And I guess the easiest way I can put it, Eric, is we're here tonight to do what we do best here in Breathitt County. High school football on the riverbank. Fans are loaded in here. It's starting to get a little tight. We were worried earlier. It looked a little bit spaced out, but I think everybody's starting to pile in. Our referees are on the field for the game. We got about 5 minutes and 30 seconds to kick off. I'll tell you real quick who those referees are once I can get back to it here on my phone. Our referees tonight, main referee is Greg Hall. Our umpire is Justin Bates. Linesman William Fugit. Line judge Corey Allen. Back judge Tyrone Fields. Side judge Steve Thomas. And field judge is Christy Combs. A lot of names we recognize there on that list, and these referees do a great job. I tell you what, sometimes it's hard for Eric and I to sit up here and not call the game. Sometimes I think we do a better job, but we don't get paid to wear the stripes, so we appreciate these guys coming out to referee this game. Magoffin County comes in here. Their record last year, I believe I'm right, was 6-4. New coach John DeRossett bring the 3A District 8 Hornets into this matchup. Coach DeRossett has coached all over the state of Kentucky. I guess a couple of stints at Prestonsburg is probably where a lot of people are going to recognize his name from. But he is with the Hornets tonight, and he brings Magoffin County in to face a Breathitt Bobcat team, Eric, that has been very fortunate to make the trip over to Pike County last week and have the scrimmage. They played in some donated jerseys from Bell County, which I was really glad that they didn't wear tonight because my eyes aren't what they used to be. I had a really hard time seeing their numbers over there the other night. But the Bobcats will be in blue with white numerals, Magoffin County in the white with maroon helmets and maroon numerals. Coach Kyle Moore bringing the team captains onto the field up to the 50-yard line. We're getting close, buddy.
You know, to mention those uniforms, those gray and blue uniforms are pretty sharp, but I got to say, I like that blue and white on the Bobcats.
Those gray ones look really nice, man, but I tell you what, when it comes to Breathitt football and you're at the home field here on the riverbank, you want to see the blue and the white.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see Coach Moore out there with the captains. I'm ready to watch some football, Rob.
Michael Hudson, Bryce Hoskins, Bradley Hall, and Dylan Spencer, team captains for the Bobcats, as they walk out to the 50-yard line. And I'll try to get you the numbers for the Hornets. We have number 2, Aiden Barnett. I believe that is number 21, Matt Sparks. Trying to see the other 2 gentlemen blocked by the Bobcats right now. I can't see all of them. It looks at number 60 or 68.
I think that's a 60.
60, Braden Standifer. Very privileged here tonight to have Kentucky Sports Radio with us, KSR. Freddie Maggard out on the field right now. He's going to be doing a write-up on this. He did a great write-up earlier in the week, and if you guys haven't, folks, if you haven't had time to read it, go on KSR's blog and look for Freddie Maggard's My Day in Breathitt County, as he entails his kind of a journal of the day that he spent here with Brendan, going around town and in the community. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's his good friend Matt Jones out there at the 45-yard line with him. And that name's ever popular on KSR. Many people know his name.
Yep.
The other gentleman for the captains of the Hornets is number 44. And number 44 is not on the roster that head coach gave me. So we'll do our best. We'll try to get you that number. But, yeah, there he is, Curtis Jenkins. Told you my eyes weren't as good as they used to be. Curtis Jenkins, sorry to leave you out, young man, but those are the starters, the captains for the
Well, I'm sure
Hornets.
it's because the sun's in your face right now.
That's what it is, yeah. I can blame it on the sun. Take us a few minutes to get warmed up here, folks. Eric and I we played many a year together and shared the offensive line together in many a game, and we've not seen each other in quite some time. And it's our first night back together here. There's going to be maybe a few glitches here and there, but we're about to get things tuned up as the Bobcats down at the end of the field and getting ready to come onto the field. Bryce Hoskins trying to get them hyped up. And I'll tell you what, it looks like a host of celebrities as they come running out. The cannon goes off and the camera bulbs flash as we've got media, probably 7 or 8 media outlets here tonight covering this game. Let's make some superstars out of some high school footballers. What do you say, Eric?
I think these young men deserve all the attention they're getting, Rob. You know, I like to see it. I hope they put on a good show tonight. I just hope that they're able to kind of put what's been going on out of their minds, have some fun, turn it loose, and just, give it all they got tonight. Coach DeRossit's Hornets set up on the kickoff team. Bobcat receiving team will go onto the field. Coach Shorty Combs getting them lined out right now on the 45-yard line. Thanks again to our sponsors, People's Bank of Jackson, Go Time and Steak and Shake, Jackson Physical Therapy, Jiffy Mart, Law Office of Darrell Harold, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Breathitt Automotive, Dr. Stephen Howard, Rose Brothers, PDQ Sales and Service, Lakeside Homes, Jackson Electric, Family Pharmacy, Hometown Pharmacy, Variety Pizza, Citizens Bank, Appalachian Wireless, and the law offices of David A. Johnson. Me and Amy just came from Variety Pizza, by the way. I'm jealous now.
Here we go, folks. We're getting set for kickoff, the first 12 minutes of action from the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. 2022 high school football, it's here. Bluegrass Sports Nation. Ball going to roll out of bounds at about the 36 or 37-yard line. Squib kick off the side of the tee for the Hornets. And no return available for the Bobcats, and that'll bring the offense out. That'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Bobcats as they kick things off from the 35. Offensive line already communicating to each other. That's a good thing to see happening. Big Evan Miller in the middle at center, communicating with his guards. Play call comes in. Tyler Bryant gets them set. Single back to his left is Caden Bowling. Give up inside. Bowling gets around the end, and he's going to be tackled right about the line of scrimmage by 2 or 3 Hornets. Young man came off the end position, I believe was number 26, I think. That is Ben Lafferty. I believe that was a young man that was the first one to make the tackle. He looks like playing linebacker.
Yeah, he's a good-looking athlete in pads out there on the field.
So the Bobcats with a pickup of 1. Tackle was made right around the line of scrimmage, but with forward motion. Ball coughed up, hits the ground, and the Hornets say they've got it. And we've got a turnover by the Bobcats on the second play of offense. Hornets with a big fumble recovery, and they're in great field position. Folks, I'd like to take a minute to welcome the one and only Freddie Maggard to the broadcast with us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Freddie, great to have you along, brother. I've watched you play a lot of football in my younger days, and I won't tell anybody how old you are.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on here for a second. But I think somebody's bigger and better than me is right behind me.
The man himself, Matt Jones, has joined us here as he takes over the microphone. I told Freddie I'd watched him play a lot of football, but I wouldn't tell his age either.
Well, you haven't watched me play any, so.
As you see the Hornets, folks, busted out on the left side of the line for a big pickup, and that'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down. Matt, we're glad to have you along. Appreciate you being here on the broadcast with us.
Thank you very much. Glad to do it. I'm going to let Freddie do most of the talking. He actually knows football. I'm here more just to make sure somebody carried all his goods.
You had to carry his equipment in for him,
right? That's exactly right. Yeah.
Hornets roll out to the right. They find some green grass on the corner, but he's going to be brought down by Bradley Hall, senior cornerback for the Bobcats.
I do want to say how awesome it is to see all these folks here, back out in the community, to see these kids who have not been able to even start school yet.
Yep.
It's really an inspiring thing. I'm sure you all did that, but as an outsider, it's really neat to see.
We appreciate that coming from you guys. I mean, it's been a long couple, 2 to 3 weeks, and Eric and myself were talking about that. These guys deserve it.
Yeah,
we're going to do our best to make some superstars out of them here tonight.
Let's do it.
Get their names out here. Hornets bobbled to snap. Quarterback scrambles over to the left and takes a slide almost out of bounds. Loss of yards on that play. Yeah, we're going to try to make some superstars here tonight. These guys deserve every minute of attention that they can get, and they're all out here doing something that they love. We're happy to have the Magoffin Hornets here with us in our first game. Last year, these two teams didn't get to play because of COVID.
Well, when I was growing up, Breathitt County, Bell County was a rivalry that made our county go nuts throughout the 90s. So every time I remember some powerful games with these guys.
Now we're talking. Go back to the Bell County days. What do you think about that, Eric?
I think we took part in a few of those.
Yeah. We sure did, brother. Give up inside, off around the left end, looking for a block, and he's going to be brought down. Pick up maybe of about 3 yards.
But I'll tell you a secret. I was always rooting for Breathitt County because Bell was our rival.
Oh,
so it's like anybody plays Louisville, I root for them. Anybody played Bell. So I was a big Breathitt fan in those days.
Well, we our coach that really got things kicked off for the Bobcats here, Dudley Hilton, was a coach over at Bell County then. So we were kind of family, if you will, once he moved over to the Bell County. But it was always a big rivalry for us.
Dudley's from here?
He helped things get started here for the Bobcats. One of the first coaches, yep. Second head coach, maybe. I think I'm correct on that.
Yeah, my dad played for him here.
So you better let go of it.
Hornets drop back for a pass, and he's ran down by number 33. He pitches it up, but it goes out of bounds. Well, he had about 3 or 4 Bobcats in tail.
My man likes to hang on the ball. I was just sitting there going, get rid of it.
Brady Tincher chases him down, and that'll force. I'm trying to look at is the second, and that's what I thought. The down marker hadn't been changed. I thought that was 4th.
Yeah.
So that's going to force a turnover for Magoffin, and the Bobcat offense comes back onto the field. So Bobcat's going to try to make some things look a little better than that first series, Eric. Came out, looked a few jitters, mishandled the ball, give up inside to Isaac Wheels Turner. A pickup of about 6 yards.
Yeah, that's not how you want to start the season, with the turnover on your first possession, but the defense came out there and made up for it. They were flying around. They looked pretty good right there, Rob. I hope we can keep that level of intensity up through the entire game.
Flying to the football and all over the field and making things happen as the quarterback had about 4 or 5 Bobcats chasing him.
I'm going to have to tell Vince Marrow about 87 over there. I don't know. He's about the biggest kid I've ever seen playing high school tight end.
Well, that's the big man we call Bryce Hoskins. And a hard count by Tyler Bryant draws the Hornets offsides. I'm sure Bryce Hoskins is going to love that statement by Matt Jones.
Well, I'm just saying. Listen, I haven't seen him play, but there ain't too many people out there playing tight end bigger than that kid.
He does a great job. You'll see him catch some passes hopefully here. He'll break out across the middle and get those big hands on the ball here shortly. One of his favorite things to do. He's also an instrumental part of the basketball team here in Breathitt.
He makes some big plays in key moments.
He sure does. He's been instrumental on the offense and the defensive side of things. They moved him around a lot on defense. One of Bryce's better qualities is that he can play all over the field. Offense tries to get settled down. Tyler Bryant with a quick screen pass, and it's going to be dropped. Blake Ritchie can't hold on to it.
Guys, you're used to it, but what a beautiful setting right here. These seats with the mountains behind it and to the sides. We've been, Freddie and I have now been to a lot of high schools in the last few years. This is one of the prettier backdrops you'll see. It reminds me of Pikeville in the way that field is. Very beautiful.
Well, when you walk in and you come in the driveway and you walk in, you're kind of in awe of the canopy over here, over the stands here at Breathitt. But when you sit down, you see what the focus is all about. You're looking right at the field. Like you mentioned, we got a great backdrop of the mountains. Tyler Bryant steps back, rolls out of the pocket, looks back across the field, throws to Wheels Turner. Isaac going to try to pick up the first down, and he's going to be out of bounds about a yard short.
You know, I don't want to disagree with you guys. It does look beautiful, but I always preferred the view from the field, Rob.
Well, Eric, I was hoping you'd say that.
It was just you just having – that's just your glory days. Yeah. You're over there Al Bundying thinking about when you were playing.
Yeah, I never scored 7 touchdowns.
By the way, they called Freddie – a lot of people don't know this. They called Freddie Wheels when he was at UK, or at least he told the girls that.
The Bobcats go into the huddle, get the play in from Coach Moore. Tyler Bryant gets the offense set. Big Bryce Hoskins tied in now right here in front of us. Single receiver. Going to be a keeper by Bryant. Let's see what he can do. Picks up his feet. We got a flag here in the backfield as Bryant picks up the first down and more, but the flag comes in the backfield. Probably going to be holding, Eric.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a hold there on the –
I should know this, but you guys can tell me because I should know this. Is what division is Breathitt?
The Class 2A.
Oh, that means I am ready for a Breathitt Middlesboro collision coming in the playoffs. Am I right?
Oh yes, sir. We always have Middlesboro as a big rival.
Well, I'm not saying I'm wearing Middlesboro black and yellow shoes here, but I think I might be, and I won't be. I won't say anything about it.
Last year, Middlesboro had our number. We went over to them in the playoffs, and
they lost a lot of players, though.
Man, we played a heck of a ball game over there. Eric and myself thought we were going to call a playoff win for the Bobcats, and Middlesboro held on to make things close and actually pulled that one out there in the end.
Bobcats put up a great fight over that.
They did.
Night, but now Middlesboro, they had a good team last year. We've got them at home this year, don't we?
Yeah, we've got them at home. Bryant sits back in the pocket, plenty of protection, plenty of time. Rolls out to his left, and he's going to be gobbled up. Gobbled up by about 3 Hornets. Had plenty of time, rolled out to his left. The coverage, he couldn't find anybody open, and the pass protection broke down, and that'll bring the punt team on for the Bobcats. Tyler that time just didn't have anywhere to go. Great coverage by the defense of Magoffin County. 7:25 here left in the first quarter. 0-0 from the Riverbank.
You got to get rid of the ball in a situation like that. It costs the Bobcats, looks like 8 or 9 yards over there, Rob.
Yeah, at least he could have got it out of bounds, I believe. But, I won't say young quarterback, but this is one of the first starts for Tyler. Punt kick going to roll out to about the 39 and be downed by Jason Tolson of the Bobcats. Special thanks again to our game sponsors, Jackson Physical Therapy, Jiffy Mart, Law Office of Darrell Harold, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Breathitt Automotive, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, SEC Auto Sales, Rose Brothers Department Store, PDQ Sales and Service, Lakeside Homes, Jackson Electric, Family Pharmacy, Variety Pizza, Citizens Bank and Trust, Appalachian Wireless, and the law offices of David A. Johnson. And we have a Magoffin County first down, and that is brought to you by People's Bank of Jackson. Hornets, two-back set, give to the tailback. Right up off the right end, and going to be tackled quick by Corey Combs and Braxton Terry.
By the way, one of your game sponsors there, I ate at Variety Pizza coming in, got a ham and cheese hoagie. I highly recommend for all of you that have never been to Variety Pizza.
Must have just missed you, brother, because that's where I came from
it
before
was
the
packed,
game, too.
Man, we're going to need some of those cooks at KS Bar to make some hoagies. That was great.
Give again to the tailback, number 26. I believe that is going to be fumble on the ball on the ground. And I think they're going to say, oh, no, it's a turnover.
Yeah.
I thought I saw the first notification that the ball was down, but they're going to say turnover. Hornets, Bobcats with the ball on about the 49-yard line.
Rob, you got to love what you saw right there. I saw a defense that was well coached. Everybody was doing their assignment right there.
Well, Big Ben Lafferty took the handoff and came around the right.
You're not going to run on Big Ben Lafferty. Does the Magoffin County not know that?
And that fumble popped out, and here we go. Bobcat offense back onto the field. Tyler Bryant. Call comes in from Coach Moore. You got to love the Bobcats with the armbands. No huddle offense, gets things done a little quicker out on the field. Efficiency. Let's see how this offense works as they come out on the field for the third try. Across the middle. Pass received by Blake Ritchie, who breaks a tackle and rumbles into the end zone. The cannon fires. 6:08 to go in the first. Blake Ritchie with the pass from Tyler Bryant puts the Bobcats on top.
That was a great pass. Small window to get it through and hit it. That was about 20 yards downfield. That was a great throw.
Beautiful, beautiful. Great reception by Blake as he was cutting across the middle.
Rob, you got to love the aggressive play call by Coach Moore there. Kind of get your quarterbacks an opportunity to, get a completion early, get a score on the board, get a little confidence going for the young man.
Well, I tell you what, I love the way that Blake Ritchie played. And the extra point by Braxton Terry is good. Sophomore kicker for the Cats. Puts the boot to it, makes it 7-0.
Now, in y'all's day, if I remember correctly, Breathitt County was a run-the-ball team, right? Well, it's throwing me off to see these 25-yard downfield passes. Or am I wrong about that?
I tell you what, Coach Mike Holcomb took some little bit of studying, I think, from some UK offense at that time. And
I'm thinking like early to mid-90s.
When we were my junior year in 94, we were predominantly run offense. By the time I was a senior, we ran the shotgun 95% of the time, and the ball went down the field.
So he was studying Hal Mummy up there.
We had a little guy down here on the field by the name of Shorty Combs that would run the ball every now and then, who's helping coach the Bobcats.
All right.
But I tell you what, Waylon Chapman at quarterback and a young man by the name of John Rader who played at UK. He also caught some passes from Waylon that year.
So help me out. I want you all to think about this before the kick and answer it later. Give me the best player ever at Breathitt County and the best player ever at Magoffin County.
Braxton Terry on for the kickoff. Ball sitting on the 40. Kick is up. Going to be caught at about the 28, 30-yard line. And he's going to be rode down. I think that was Jason Tolson. Yes, it was. I don't know, Eric.
I'm going to need a little more time to think about that.
Yeah,
I don't have an answer for Magoffin County.
Freddie will. Who's the best player ever at Magoffin County?
I have no idea.
You don't know.
Well, I don't feel so bad because I was blanked too on that one. If Matt stumped Freddie, then I don't feel so bad.
The best player I'm aware of, they had a quarterback back when we played named Michael Caba, I believe, that put up a lot of yards and had some good stats. They won some games back then. As far as our best player,
great pass.
Oh wow, just a little dump over the line, and Had 2 receivers running down the left sideline on a go route, and a big pickup of yards for the Hornets. That'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for Magoffin County. That scoring drive previous by the Bobcats is brought to you by Go Time and Steak and Shake. Refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 7 locations to keep you on the go. I'm stumped on the Magoffin County.
Are you just hesitant to pick a Breathitt County because you got friends and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings?
I'm not worried about hurting anybody's feelings. I'm having trouble. I'm trying to go back through the years. I mean, with 3 state championships and 2000 and what year was the we were runners up? Was that 8? I think it was 2008. We were runners up. That team had a lot of great players on it.
Yeah.
You talk about the Channing Fugits and
I remember Channing Fugit.
You talk about the Will Tom Collinses, all the Collins boys.
Yep.
That's played. You got a lot of people that fall into the classification of a great, outstanding player at Breathitt. So we're looking at 5:13 left to go here in the first, and we'll hang that out on the line right now. We'll come back to that one and see what Eric's best player, maybe favorite player. We'll just call it your favorite player, Eric. You can't pick yourself.
For what it's worth, mine's number 87, Hoskins.
Ben Lafferty for the Hornets up off the right end again, pickup of about 2 yards.
Rob, that's hard to answer. Shorty, John, Waylon Chapman, Jonathan Chapman. I like watching my younger brother play. He used to rack up a lot of tackles when he played.
Shorty.
Justin Haddix.
Justin Haddix.
I remember Justin Haddix.
I didn't put the Haddixes in there. See, you leave so many people out. Shorty's carpentry class had worked on a Hall of Fame board, and I don't know how well it stood up during the flood, but it was a
Shorty teaches carpentry?
Yes. Industrial technology classes is taught by Coach Combs. And the Hornets going to be he's got to get out of there. Comes back across the field, and he's going to be chased down by a number of Bobcats. And that's going to be number 82, Wesley Abner, on the tackle, coming up from his cornerback position.
Bobcat defense is, been impressive so far.
We talk a lot about body language, Eric. We always do throughout the game and throughout the season. We talk about that a whole lot. Some people, may get tired of us talking about it, but I tell you what, body language tells you a lot about how a team is playing and how they're going to play throughout the game. Right now, this Bobcat defense looks hungry. I tell you what, when you got a linebacker core like we got out there right now, Tincher, Tolson, Combs, Robertson, you got Braxton Terry coming in, you got Bradley Hall filling in. There's a lot of guys in that linebacking core that could put a hurt on a ball club. As you watch the quarterback for the Hornets scamper all over the field, we got a flag down.
That's going to be a hold. But
he's going east to west.
And another hold.
Another flag.
That's coming back, but that was a heck of a run.
He picked up about 150 yards going east to west on that one, but it's going to be called back. Young man was Aiden Barnett that scampered all over the field for the Hornets.
I think every official on the field threw a flag at some point in that play.
Well, there's a couple blocks that you saw on the field used to be legal, but now it's not really a clean shot when you turn around and pick a guy off like that, and I think we had a hold back here in the backfield.
I'm worried that I may have cursed my man Hoskins. He is on the sidelines and looks to be hurt.
He won't be hurt for long. He's tough. They'll check him out. They'll get him looked at, see what's going on with him. See what the calls we have going on the field. Yeah, we talk about, all the players from Breathitt. Will Tom got that nickname Taco Meat down there at
That's
UK.
what I was going to say. He played at Kentucky, right? He had all that chest hair popping out of his shirts all the time. I remember that was right when KSR started. Will Tom was one of our favorites early on.
He stayed all night with somebody down there and ate all the taco meat out of the fridge when he was staying all night with somebody.
See, I thought they called him that because of all his chest hair popping out of his shirt. It was because of the taco meat.
That wasn't the story he told us, so I don't know.
Well, maybe he didn't tell you the real story. I don't know. But that guy, I love that guy. How many guys in recent years have played at Kentucky from Breathitt?
Well, you know, Will Tom probably being the most recent. John Rader from my class played. He was recruited as a tight end, but when he went to UK, he played some linebacker and some defensive end. A great guy. He lives down, I think he's still in Richmond, I believe.
I think so.
Does a lot of insurance work for Kentucky Farm Bureau. Who else we got on the list? You know, I think way back into my pre-football days when I'm in middle school, and I think of Judd Hubbard. Judd Hubbard went down and, kicked a little bit for UK, I believe, before he was injured. Jonathan Chapman.
Yeah, I think he.
John Rader, Will Tom.
Recruited as a safety, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think Jonathan was recruited as a safety. I'm probably leaving somebody off the list.
Well, you did a good job. You brought some. I didn't realize how many I knew. I knew the Haddix kid and Will Tom and one of the ones you mentioned from the 90s.
Hornet offense looking at 4th down and long right now. If the scoreboard is correct, they punt the ball down the field, and it's going to roll all the way down to about the 12 or 13-yard line, I believe.
Well, guys, I'm going to hand this to somebody who knows football, which is Freddie, but I appreciate you letting me be on here. And let me say this. This has been a wonderful trip. This county's perseverance is inspiring, and I just want to, from the rest of the state, just give my prayers to everybody here. The best people in the world are in Eastern Kentucky, and God bless all you guys.
Matt, we appreciate that. We're glad to have you here on with us on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and thank you guys for coming down, and I've looked forward to it all day.
Well, appreciate it. Well, thank you. And get yourself listen, I'm not kidding about the variety pizza hoagie. I'm all in. If anybody wants to bring those to Lexington, you let me know.
Matt Jones, ladies and gentlemen, from KSR, as he hands the headset over to Freddie Maggard. Offense for the Bobcats back on the field. Bryant throws quick over to Ritchie. Second reception of the night for Ritchie, and he's going to get a first down, and that's a late hit out of bounds. As Ritchie had made the catch, stepped out of bounds, and got walloped by one of the Hornets. I believe that's number 44. Curtis Jenkins, young man I spoke about earlier. Hey, he was playing some defense, Eric. He's just a little bit late.
Yeah, you got to know where you're at on the field. That's a poor decision right there. I think he's going to get a little talking to from his coach possibly at halftime over that. Cost him.
Well, we've did a lot of talking. We've not done a lot of talking about our sponsors. We got to say special thanks to our gang sponsors, Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in a jiffy. Law Office of Darrell Harold, with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of Jackson and Breathitt County. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. Southern Woods Heating and Air for all of your heating and cooling needs. Breathitt Automotive, formerly Breathitt County Tire, with new owner Dustin Kilburn. Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, if you're injured, Dr. Howard can help. SEC Auto Sales, stop by and see owner Jeff Feltner or General Manager Dwayne Shoemaker. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Bataville. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale. Bryant steps back in the pocket, throws across the middle to Hoskins. Can hold on to it, going to fall incomplete. Matt Jones' favorite Breathitt player, Bryce Hoskins, back into the game quick, but can't hold on to the pass. Also thanks to Lakeside Homes, Jackson Electric, Family Pharmacy, and Hometown Pharmacy. Variety Pizza, which I think has came up a couple times so far. Citizens Bank and Trust, Appalachian Wireless, and the law offices of David A. Johnson. Thanks, guys, for being sponsors of Bobcat football here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Caden Boland, single back set to the left now of Bryant. Bryant takes a snap, fakes to Boland. Little screen pass over to Isaac Wheels Turner. Give him some room. Puts on a spin. Another juke, and he's across the middle of the field up to about the 35 before he's brought down by number 69 of the Hornets. That'll be Lucas Peterson with the tackle. What a set of moves by Isaac Wheels Turner.
Yeah, those are some good-looking moves right there. They might be finding themselves right now, Rob. They got a decent little drive going.
I got to brag on the young man. I was coaching him here in the 5th and 6th grade when he got the nickname. He would start back here at the 10-yard line, and I think he would just ping-pong every corner, making people miss all the way to the end zone. He looked at me in the huddle one day, and he said, "Coach, give me the ball. I'll take it to the house."
Got to love a player with that kind of confidence.
That's how he got the name Wheels. Big pickup and a first down for the Bobcats. People's Bank of Jackson first down drive for the Cats, as that pass from Bryant intended for Dylan Stacy just goes out of reach over his hands.
They're giving a lot of cushion for Stacy. If you go to the backside of the formation, away from the strength, the corners, 15 yards out, safety in the middle of the field, that's one-on-one all day out there.
Yeah.
Just got to pitch and catch.
And Dylan is one of the better receivers on this team. Stacy will sky up there and catch the ball. And that young man was Isaac's quarterback when he was that age, when I was coaching. Dylan now a receiver. Bryant gets the call from Coach Moore. Waiting on the snap. Gets a snap from Miller. Going to keep it up inside. Gets a block. Gets a block. Makes a man miss. And here goes Tyler Bryant with a couple of Hornets in tow. Going to be drugged down around the 10-yard line. Eric Collins, you asked me earlier tonight, how is Tyler Bryant's feet? How does he compare to the Jalen Turner that we watched last year? Does that give you any inclination?
That's a favorable comparison right there.
You got to like what you see out of Tyler.
I liked his eyes on that play as good as his feet. That was an RPO. He read the defender, took the running back, and he just took off with the football. Quarterback did.
He's starting to look more and more comfortable back there and going to be a leader of this team down the road. As a give up inside to Corey Combs. Corey rumbles forward for a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards. 1:56 now left here in the first. Bobcats with a 7-0 lead over the Hornets. Bobcats offense starting to get a little life to them, Eric, just like you said.
Yeah. Well, I like to watch Corey play. He reminds me of his daddy out there. He plays hard every down, doesn't he, Rob?
Sure did. There wasn't a time when Shorty Combs didn't want to be on the field. No. And how he has instilled that into his sons is instrumental, because they are all the same way. Bryant, two-back set. Combs in front of Bowling. Gets a block, and Bowling going to be wrapped up and breaks the tackle. Still rumbling forward. Hornets looked like they had him wrapped up, and Bowling able to break the tackle. Great run by Caden.
Yeah, that's an impressive effort. He was wrapped up. I thought they had him, but he got a few more out of that.
We've not heard a lot out of Caden here tonight, but a great run that time. 3rd and short for the Bobcats. Looks like about a yard shy.
Line of scrimmage is starting to push the other way. Breathitt County's getting a good push up front, and I think they're wearing down Magoffin County.
Richie, the far receiver, 2 receivers this side. Or Stacy and Hoskins give up, and no, that's Bryant going to keep the ball around the corner. Had a block from Bowling. 37 seconds now left on the clock here in the first.
This stadium is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the setting and the mountains. Like Matt was saying earlier, just a great place to watch a high school football game. A lot of history here, a lot of tradition, a lot of great players, great coaches. It's my first trip to Breathitt County for a football game.
Well, we're glad to have you here on Bluegrass Sports Nation with us. And, Freddie, I said it earlier, I watched you play a lot of football games and be a leader of the Wildcats. And it's great to have you with us. We appreciate those comments. It means a lot to these guys for you all to be here watching as Corey Combs going to cross the goal line for the score. And that'll be a go time and Steak and Shake touchdown drive by the Bobcats. Refresh, refill, and refuel at go time. And be sure and swing by Steak and Shake for your famous steak burger and milkshake. That scoring drive, Bryant with a handoff to Corey Combs, and Corey crosses the goal line. As our friend Freddie Maggard said, that line of scrimmage was pushing every play down the field. Braxton Terry now on for the extra point. Terry puts the boot to it, looks perfect from here, and it is. And that'll make it 14-0 Cats with about 7 seconds to go here in the first.
Yeah, that offensive line is going to work right now for Breathitt County. You can see where the Bobcats have a notable advantage up front, and I think as this game progresses, it's a little warmer. It's the first game of the season. Conditioning comes into play. Toughness comes into play when you get tired. I think Breathitt County will likely push this thing out of reach here in the second quarter.
Question for you, Freddie.
Yeah.
Whenever you think about your playing days, do you have a favorite memory or something, either in high school or in college?
I do, and it was 8th grade, actually. Winning the 8th grade Harlan County Championship was my all-time favorite the sports moment. Better than beating Georgia, but LSU playing the state championship.
Hey, that says
game.
a lot.
You know, it was the last time, 8th grade. That was us versus them. You know, it was my guys versus the other guys. Yeah. We'd grown up together. High school is a little bit different, and then college, you play for Nike as much as you play for fill in the blank university. So that was my favorite sports moment.
Well, I can't say how much I appreciate that. I had a parent tell me the other day. They sent me a video and said, "Watch my kid after this play," And I texted them back. I said, "That's the greatest thing about youth football. It's the greatest thing you'll ever watch." And a big kick by Braxton Terry as he sends it back to about the 15-yard line. Going to be handled coming out of there by Aiden Barnett. He's pushed back, and he's going to slide to the ground to pretty much end up where he picked it up at.
Yeah, that's a general rule of thumb. You don't go backwards on punt and kickoff return. And
we're going to take a quick break, folks, and go to commercial. We'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
At People's Bank, our vision is to be the best community bank in America. We pride ourselves in being a community bank that builds relationships with our clients and offers cutting-edge financial products. For 120 years, People's Bank has focused on helping clients achieve their financial goals. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
And we're on here at the Holcomb Athletic Complex. Take the headset off for 5 seconds, and Ty back is trying to get me back in business here.
Hey, the producer runs the show. I learned that.
Folks, we are joined, Eric and myself here, joined by Freddie Maggard, quarterback for the UK Wildcats many years ago, 88 through about 91, I believe. And Matt Jones was on here with us earlier. We've been joined by them, and we're looking at another 12 minutes here in the second quarter. Bobcats up 14-0 over the Hornets. And as we went to commercial break, Freddie was sharing some comments about how beautiful this stadium is and the backdrop and just the setting here. A great place for high school football.
Yeah, I've never been here. I've heard about Breathitt County football my whole life, and I'm good friends with Justin Haddix down at Bull County.
Yep.
Coach Holcomb. He played golf with John Rader before.
Yep.
So, it's a beautiful setting. And, I've been here for 2 days now, and I wrote two articles on KSR about what I've seen in the county and just the resilience and the strength of the people in Breathitt County. And it's been heartbreaking yet inspirational for me to be here for the last couple of days.
Well, I enjoyed reading your comments and journal entries, if you will, on KSR.
Yeah.
And appreciate the many comments and the great things you said about our community. And
thank you.
All these people, not just in our community, but other communities, need lifting up right now. And I tell you what, this football team's a great way to do it. Is Big Lafferty for the Hornets looks for a block and going to be ran out of bounds. Looked like Robertson had him in the backfield, but Lafferty gets away, and a big pickup of yards that time by number 26, Ben Lafferty, and that'll move the chains for the Hornets, and that'll be a first down drive for the Hornets, sponsored by People's Bank of Jackson. People's Bank, working together to build success. People's Bank is ready to help you reach your dreams. Big Ben Lafferty, the Hornets go to him pretty regularly, Eric.
Yeah, I was just thinking he's got good size and he's running the ball hard.
Yeah, good feet. He's well built. He looks like a tight end, but I tell you what, he can move. Here he comes out of the backfield, lead blocking for the quarterback. Gets in front, blocks Blake Ritchie, but the quarterback will be gobbled up by Isaac Wheels Turner. A tackle made after a pickup of about 5 yards, I believe, 5 or 6.
Bobcats fortunate that Isaac was able to bring him down, because I think he had some room to run if he's able to break that tackle.
Yep. Gabe Fugit comes off the field. Gabe, young man that we expected to play a lot early on, and he's been nursing a foot injury. Good to see him on the field, even if he was coming back off right then. Good to see him being able to get out there because he'd had some nagging foot injuries that had bothered him. Corey Combs showing blitz. He's in the backfield, and there it is, gobbled up by Jason Tolson, who came through the B gap on the other side, I believe, on a blitz.
That's a couple tackles for loss for Breathitt County on key downs. Pushes this from 3rd and 2, possibly to 3rd and 8.
Yep. Michael Hudson comes off the field for the Cats, one of the TNTs up front.
Magoffin County is heavily reliant on their quarterback, number 2, and the running back, 22nd. That's not much. Not many other players are doing much for Magoffin County. I think Breathitt County can key in on that.
Barnett gets the snap now, looks to give inside, rolls out. Off the fake's going to sit back and look. He may have to tuck it, and he's going to be tackled. Loses the ball. Recovered by Ryan Robertson. Knocked loose by Corey Combs. The referees are talking it over. Ryan Robertson hands the football back. Cool as the other side of the pillow. No signal yet. Everybody's waiting. Referee's still talking it over.
I think,
and
Magoffin got a break there.
Yeah.
That looked like a fumble to me.
And they're going to call it down. They're going to say that he was down before the ball came loose. And I think Coach Moore wants to talk it over, and we got a quick flag over here by the line judge.
Is that on Coach Moore?
I'm sure it's on the coaching staff because there's about 3 members of the coaching staff down there. Coach Moore is telling his team to get in the huddle, and wants to walk out to the middle of the field and talk it over, but I think cooler heads has prevailed. He's going to talk to his team.
Yeah, that appeared to be a fumble to me, but, I'm up here, they're down there, so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of calls during the game that Eric and I make right, and there's a few that we make wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do, so.
Things happen quickly down there. I tell you, being an official is a tough job.
Oh, it is.
You have to deal with the criticism and people yelling at you, and you got to make split-second decisions. That's tough.
It's a thankless job.
It is. I appreciate all officials. I really do. That's a thankless job. That's very well said.
That being said, it did look like a fumble.
It did.
Well, you guys you led into that so well, Eric.
Yeah.
You made it sound so good.
Yeah.
Coach,
no instant replay in high school either.
Coach Moore comes out of the conversation with the white hat with a smile on his face. And I believe that head referee is Greg Hall. I believe I'm correct on that one. I recognize him. So the Bobcats with 9:30 to go here before the half with a 14-0 lead over the Hornets. We'll take a quick minute to talk about our sponsors. Thanks again to our title sponsors, People's Bank, Go Time, and Steak and Shake. Also our game sponsors, Jackson Physical Therapy, Jiffy Mart, Law Office of Darrell Harold, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Breathitt Automotive, and Dr. Stephen Howard, Chiropractic. Hornets forced to punt. Little running kick, and the ball will hang in the air and then drop around the 48, 49-yard line, roll past the 50, down to the other 37-yard line. I'm going to call it the 37.
There's a Max Duffy punt there. Run towards the line of scrimmage, wait till you get a rush, and then kick it.
So the offense for the Bobcats will come back onto the field after what most here in the stadium thought was a fumble recovery down around the 20. But the Bobcats will go to work from the 36-yard line. I want to talk a little bit about that line, Eric. We always talk about our offensive line, mainly because that's where we played a lot of time. Breathitt with 2 freshman starters on that line at left and right guard. Waylon Abner and Sawyer Hall.
Really? That's very uncommon,
yes.
isn't it?
And right there you see a big trap. As trying to see who had the ball. Is that Richie? Looked like a pulling play, but
yeah, it's an RPO. I think Breathitt County's really getting into that RPO game, run pass option. Quarterback's got the choices to hand it off to the running back, run himself, or to throw the football.
Executed that well.
It sure did. It's kind of taking over football these days.
Yes, it is.
RPO game.
I know Abner's in there right now. I can see Waylon here at the right guard position. Of course, Big Evan Miller in at center. And I'm trying to see if they've got Sawyer in right now at left guard or if they've got Gabe in. I've actually panned across the sideline, and I'm looking out there to see who's out there. Jacob Parker at one tackle as the Bobcats continue to push forward. The offense this time, and the running back is none other than Caden Bowling.
I like that run by Bowling. Had initial contact, kept his feet moving, kept a low center of gravity, and pushed the pile an additional 4 yards.
Yeah, he looked like a very patient runner on that play right there.
He sure did. Patience and vision are keys for a running back, just as much as speed and power. Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers, I think, really started that, being patient and picking holes.
That's Sawyer Hall that they've got in there. He's not wearing number 64. He's wearing number 77, but I'm pretty for certain. I watched that young man play a lot, so I recognize his body type, and I'm pretty for sure that's Sawyer in there at guard. And both young guys, Waylon and Sawyer, have just been exceptional offensive linemen throughout their careers, and it's great to see them anchored up there with some upperclassmen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see some young Bobcats get on the field, be able to step up when they're called upon. It's a luxury to have that as a program.
Sure is.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
KSR put this broadcast out on their website.
Mm-hmm.
So if people that have not tuned in to BSN or familiar, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Bluegrass Sports Nation, I guess Brendan Miller got that started. Brendan and BSN has covered a lot of games. Predominantly we cover Breathitt High, basketball, baseball, softball, football, of course. It's branched out and been, regional at many times with covering Cincinnati Bengals and UK sports, basketball and football. Brendan's been all over the world with Bluegrass Sports Nation. It's a great thing that we get to sit here and promote these student athletes. That's what I like about it. As you see Caden Bowling rip one off the right sideline, just out of reach, and down the sideline he goes into the end zone. I don't see any flags down. The cannon sounds, and Greg Hall signals the touchdown. 8:05 to go before the half.
Who is number 10?
Number 10 is Dylan Stacy.
Dylan Stacy had an incredible block there from the wide receiver and should be credited for that touchdown.
Well, that's what we were talking about. We like to promote these student athletes, and I like to brag on Dylan Stacy. Young man does a great job at wide receiver. He can play some quarterback, and he's just did a wonderful job blocking for that. As we say goodbye to Matt Jones, he's going to go down on the field. The extra point from Terry is no good. That'll make it 20-0. 8:05 to go here before the half.
I can relax now. My boss is gone.
Well, I was trying to say a lot of good things about our boss, Brendan Miller and Bluegrass Sports Nation. What I said was we like to promote these student athletes. Brendan, in regional tournaments, he's had me and Ty all over the place covering basketball. We cover our local teams, Jackson City and Breathitt. But Breathitt football is where Eric and I like to hang our hat.
Brendan's just got a love of sports.
He does.
This is a natural thing for him to get BSN going. And you can tell it's something that he thoroughly enjoys, and it's been a great thing for Breathitt County and just really sports in this region for them to get the exposure they're getting. Right?
I love these kids and to watch them play sports and just the photographs and the videos that we promote. All of the write-ups that he has online and all the work that goes into it behind the scenes, he can't be thanked and bragged on enough. I know he doesn't want me to say that, but I will.
Oh, I know. I'm in charge of the Kroger KSR game of the week, and we go somewhere every Friday, and we go Paducah to Pikeville, Newport to Williamsburg. So when the opening week came about, Matt was like, we have to go to Breathitt County. We're going to Breathitt County. So this was our first and only choice for this week.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming. Braxton Terry with a big kick down the field. The kickoff goes back to about the 10-yard line. The Hornets get gobbled up.
You know, Rob, that was
around the 20.
Good kick coverage by the Bobcats, and that just reminds me, I remember back in the day we struggled with that a little bit.
Well, you know, there were some times that special teams weren't our strong point. Great kick coverage that time, like you said. Shorty Combs maybe got them tuned in a little bit on the coverage. Coach Combs does a wonderful job with the special teams and the defense.
Yeah, he's always coaching. It's one thing when you see him down there and he's got somebody around him, he's always trying to.
We talked a lot about these kids at the beginning of the game, but we've got coaches on this staff, and everybody knows the struggles that the coaching staff went through with the flood. Mm-hmm. But these guys have rebounded. They've been here for the kids. I can't say enough about our coaching staff and the way the middle school is, pitches in. You see the middle school guys out here with headsets on helping out. It's a brotherhood that goes from the youngest kid on the lumberjack team in the second grade all the way up to the coaching staff here at the high school. It's just it's a great big family.
That's what it takes too. You know, it takes the feeder programs, the freshman, JV. It takes a community. You know, I got to ride around with Brendan for about 4 hours of the day.
Yeah.
Around the county. I went to River Caney. Does that sound right?
River Caney. Yep.
I went all over the county, and man, I'll tell you, I was so inspired to talk to people, and KSR wants to help. I want to help. I'm from Harlan County, Letcher County, Harlan County. So,
ball pops out again. That's quarterback Aiden Barnett. Ball pops out, and we got a turnover.
That's a great effort by Corey Combs on that play.
Yeah, they're punching the ball. They're doing Breathitt County's doing a good job punching the football, and the quarterback's carrying it a little loose.
Yeah.
But again, I've been in his position where you have to make a play. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Well,
right?
you alluded to it earlier. You know, the Hornets are relying on big 26 Lafferty and Barnett at quarterback.
Yeah. And it's nobody's fault. That's
exactly
that's their strength of their team. And I credit the rest of their team and players, but that's who they're relying on to make plays. And when you have to make a play, sometimes it gets tough and you get loose with the football.
Bryant, single back set with Bowling behind him. Bowling gets a block. Bryant steps up in the pocket, throws across the field to Isaac Wheels Turner, who slides down. Not before he gets a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Bobcats. People's Bank working together to build success.
If Wheels would have kept his wheels under him, I think he could have scored there.
Yeah, he was looking to turn the corner, and instead that blade of grass tripped him up, and Bobcats looking at the end zone now at about the 10-yard line.
We all were at the state championship game in '96, I think, when they beat Corbin.
Yeah.
And it was so cold.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah,
it was freezing cold.
I went down and watched that game and could not believe the way that we came out of there. And I was such a Justin Haddix fan at that point. Could not believe how they just whitewashed Corbin in that game.
Yeah, I was thankful for Justin. I got to leave at halftime because it got ugly quick.
You know anybody played in that game, Eric?
If I thought about it, I could come up with a few names, I think.
6:20 to go here in the second before the half.
I spent the day with Justin on Thursday.
We think the world of Danny.
I do too. I love him. He's a good guy.
Justin and all the Haddixes, they've meant so much to this program over the years.
I was making a joke afterwards with Nick Roush and Adam Luckett and some other guys on KSR. I said, and I don't bet. I said, man, if Vegas took a line on 4A in Kentucky, I'd put some money on Bull County to win again.
Yeah. Bowling looking to change it up a little bit off the right tackle, and he picks up a lot more yards that time than he did the previous play.
Yeah, this is going to get heavy in favor of Breathitt County here. You can see the offensive line wearing them down.
Yeah.
Missed tackles. When you got a big offensive line leaning on you, you get a little tired. When you get tired, you reach. You don't really tackle with your body, and that's what we're starting to see here.
Corey Combs now single back to the right of Bryant. Body language for the lineman. I pick up on a lot of stuff, Eric. I'm not seeing any guys really tired at this point. Sawyer Hall's got one of the best stances in America for a guard. As you see Tyler Bryant scramble and get the ball across, and we got a touchdown signal from the line judge, and that'll be another 6 points for the Bobcats with 5:05 to go before the half.
Late flag down there, Rob.
We got a late flag. Maybe coming back.
You're talking about linemen and body language and things like that. As a lineman, one thing you love is when your coach keeps calling running plays.
Oh, you got to love it.
I mean, because you know when you're wearing the other team out.
Send me a counter or a trap in, Coach. I tell you what, those are two of the best pulling guards in this region that I have witnessed and watched a few football games. Waylon Abner and Sawyer Hall, both of those with future stars. They've played for the Kentucky All-Stars. Both of them have traveled around the state in middle school.
Touchdown.
We do have a signal for.
I thought you said touchdown there.
Well,
yeah,
we got 6 points on the board, so the touchdown stands. Bobcats going to go for 2. Terry missed the extra point after that last score, so Coach Kyle Moore going to opt to go for 2. Corey Combs in the backfield. 5:05 to go here in a second. That scoring drive brought to you by Go Time and Steak and Shake. Keep off the left end. Tyler Bryant going to scramble in for the 2 points. I tell you what, Tyler looking really good on his feet. And you've alluded to his feet, Eric, and Freddie has alluded to his eyes. The young man looks to be even more comfortable tonight than he did last week against the scrimmage at Pike Central.
Yeah, he's settling in, and he's reading that RPO quicker and making a faster decision, planting his foot, and he's getting upfield. That comes with confidence.
Yeah,
as a quarterback, I mean, everything's between the ears. I mean, 90% of the playing quarterback is between the ears, and, you know, once you get a rhythm, once you get that confidence, it's easy to see how you can get on a roll, right?
I tell you what, I'm pleased with him. There's been a lot of questions about who was going to be the quarterback and how's Tyler going to do at quarterback.
I think he's answered that question tonight.
You know, as human beings, we so often jump to assumptions and judgments, and Tyler Bryant has said, hey, I put the work in over the winter, and it's time for me to shine. He's doing great here tonight.
He's getting his opportunity. He's making the most of it. He's showing confidence, like Freddie said. He's showing poise. He's made some good decisions and some good big plays. It's exciting to see what that might hold for this season for the Bobcats.
Receiving team for the Hornets onto the field. Back deep is Aiden Barnett, also the quarterback for the Hornets. And Braxton Terry, number 26, about to kick it off for the Bobcats. Terry puts the boot to it, down the middle, and they're going to be muffed, but picked up around the 40. Young man crosses the 50 up to about the 46-yard line for the Hornets. We try to do a really good job here of being unbiased in our games. That was Matt Sparks that time, ball carrier.
That was a good run by Sparks. Yeah,
reception.
He got north and south quick. I like the way he picked the football. That's not hard. That's not easy to do when the ball's spinning on the ground.
No.
On a kickoff, he picked it up and went north south quickly. It was a good play by that young man.
Well, what I appreciate about it is the fact that he had a little bit of trouble holding on to it, but he didn't fall on it.
Right.
He said, hey, I've got this. I got to do something with it, and he picked it up and went.
And I like this quarterback and running back from Magoffin County.
Yeah.
Good-looking athletes.
Good combination.
Yes, they are.
Keeper that time. Rolls out to the left. Got a block. Off the tackle. One missed tackle. And
that quarterback doesn't slide or go out of bounds either. I like that.
Barnett goes up to the 40. Going to be spotted back about at the 41. That is Aiden Barnett.
Yeah, Barnett is a tough kid. He gets every inch that he can get. He's not gonna back away or shy away from contact.
It's a good block by the Hornets there on the edge. Able to create some room there.
Sealed him off, didn't they?
And Magoffin County's got a heck of a coach, DeRossett, at Prestonsburg for quite a while.
Yeah, he's
a legend.
He spent some time at Prestonsburg, and as you look as Lafferty goes around the right end, picks up the first down and more before he goes out of bounds. And that'll be a first down drive brought to you by People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. That time Magoffin County finds success from Ben Lafferty.
It's a nice answer on this drive from Magoffin County after being down 28-0 with 5 minutes to go before halftime. answered with a nice drive so far down to the 35.
Well, you know, we've heard a lot the last 2 or 3 weeks about Mountain Strong and the strength of the people in Eastern Kentucky, and you really see that in mountain football.
Yeah.
You don't see teams that are down 2-3 touchdowns ever give up. They keep fighting and scrapping, trying to get inside. Look at Lafferty off the right end, up around the first down marker again.
That's not fun coming up and hitting Lafferty. I can tell you that right now.
Big guy. As James Ogans comes off the field, and we see Gabe Fugit go back into the ballgame for the Bobcats. Aiden Barnett, quarterback for the Hornets, comes into the huddle.
I got a two-way score update. Madison Central 14, Lexington Christian 7 right now.
Well, those are two big teams that mean a lot to the Bobcats.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Coach Holcomb down at Madison and LCA jumping in to help the Bobcats with a lot of cleanup. Coach Doug Charles, we greatly appreciate all the work that he's done to help us. Bobcats ride the Hornets out of bounds that time. Maybe pick up of about a yard. And looks like we've – I thought maybe we were going to get a timeout from the Hornets, but back into the huddle is Aiden Barnett for the Hornets as he calls the play for Magoffin County. And you spoke about Coach DeRossett. DeRossett's been around the state at a few schools, did a couple of stints there with Prestonsburg. That's where most of the people here in Breathitt County will remember that name. Big give up inside to Big Lafferty again, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and going to be taken down by number 78, Michael Hudson, who helps pick him up.
It's a good stand by that Breathitt County defensive front there.
Yeah, Magoffin County was trying to put together a little offense on Lafferty. And
4th and 4 is an awkward down and distance.
It is.
It's not really it's too far to run, most likely. Not far enough to pass.
2:15 left on the clock.
Caught in the middle here.
Yep. 28-0 Cats over the Hornets right now. Barnett puts Lafferty in motion. Fake. Keep off the end. One missed tackle. And another arm tackle. And Barnett is going to go down.
It's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, and they're going to spot it at about the 26-yard line. Looks to me on 27 maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he got it.
No, he didn't get there. Chains are up around the 25, and he's a good 1.5 yards, 2 yards shy. Good keeper, though, by Barnett. As faked, put Lafferty in motion.
Yeah.
And a good fake inside, and Barnett able to make the turn, but not enough for the first down. And that will bring the Bobcat offense back onto the field. A commendable effort that time by the Hornets to try to get the first down, and it looked like Barnett may have been in business.
It was going to be Lafferty or Barnett either one.
Yeah, it was going to be one of those two.
Another score, Frederick Douglass 52, Bryan Station nothing.
Wow.
Ouch.
Frederick Douglass.
Bryan Station was a top 10 team going in preseason.
Low snap that time, handled by Bryant. Short pass across the middle to Isaac Wheels. Turner at the 30, up to the 40 before he's run out of bounds.
Smart move by Turner to get out of bounds.
That'll be a
up front by the Bobcats right there.
People's Bank of Jackson first down, and yes, you're right. Without those blocks, we wouldn't be calling that People's Bank first down. I tell you what, we had Richie, I believe, out here with a great stalk block, and Bryant that time looked pretty comfortable just sitting back. He had time to throw the ball, but Wheels was wide open, and he chose the short pass rather than go long, and it pays off as the Bobcats move the chains and keep things going in a positive motion. Snap from Miller to Bryant. Plenty of time. Looks down the field. Goes deep. Goes over to the – what a grab. I believe that was Dylan Stacy.
Nice.
And they're going to say he caught it inbounds, and that'll be another People's Bank of Jackson first down.
Yeah, that was a corner or a deep out from quarterback was on the right hash and threw it to the left sideline. That is a long throw for a high school player. That was impressive.
Nice pass by Tyler Bryan and a nice reception by Dylan Stacy. That'll move the chains again for the Bobcats. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. That time the Bobcats find success in the air from Bryant to Stacy. Fake to Bowling up inside. Screen pass over to Ritchie. Ritchie picks up the first down and more. Makes a man miss and then runs out of bounds. Pickup of about 20 on that play. And that'll be another first down for the Bobcats.
Nice 2-minute drive here.
Yes, great drive. 3 back-to-back first downs. Bobcats continue to work the ball down the field with 1:17 left before the half. 28-0 Cats with the lead.
I don't know if there's such thing as scoring too fast.
Well, you want to try to run the clock off at this point, but.
Hey, but you take a score. What's the running clock, 35 or 36?
35, I believe. 3 stacked receivers to right in front of us. Goes to the end zone for Turner. Ball knocked down, incomplete.
Nice play by Magoffin County number 7 there to break that up.
Bobcats stacked the 3 receivers here on the right side, and Isaac Turner makes a cut for the end zone, and you said it, a great defensive play by the Hornets.
Good play by that defensive back to come off the hash and break that up, because that could have been a touchdown.
Offense waiting on the call from Coach Moore. He moves the stacked receivers in closer to the ball. Bryant gets a snap from Miller. Give to Bowling. Bowling looking for a block. Plenty of grass on the right side. Looking for the end zone. Gets up to about the 10. Ran out of bounds. Good run that time by Caden Bowling.
Yeah, that's a long developing play in a 2-minute situation. But the running back gets out of bounds again to stop the clock.
Well, you said it. You know, the Bobcats in the red zone. And, Freddie, at this time, you want to run as much clock off as you can.
Yeah, you don't want to score too early here.
Hornets could be left with some time on the clock, and then they get the ball back coming out of halftime. So
yeah, I mean, you get into college, you work 1-minute drills, 2-minute drill, 4-minute drill. I mean, it is very repetitive, these kind of situations.
Bryant with Bowling to his left, single back, takes a snap, sits in the pocket, pushed out of the pocket now, rolls to his left. He's going to keep it. He's got a Hornet in tow, and I thought that was the ball, but the Hornets' helmet comes off as Bryant is going to be tackled. Maybe a pickup 2 to 3 yards at this point. It looks like young man's helmet came off, having a little issues getting up right now.
Well, guys, I appreciate y'all having me on. I'm going to jump off here at halftime and go down on the field and walk around a little bit.
Freddie, it's been a pleasure having you here with us.
It's been an honor to be here for the last couple of days. It really has.
I can't say how much I appreciate the comments again that you had in your write-up and just having you on. It's been a pleasure, and it's been humbling having you here with us.
Thanks, man.
And getting to meet you and getting to see you and Matt both. And we can't say how much we appreciate you guys being here with us.
Yeah, we got a camera crew down there for KSR too.
Yep.
Bradley McKee is on the field doing his thing.
Well, it's always a special night, Friday night on the riverbank, but this one's been really special. As you see that pass go to the end zone and a nice reception for the touchdown.
That was the next level throw from that kid.
To Caden Bowling. Nice reception.
Now, Freddie, I've never played quarterback, but it looked like he knew where he was going.
That was nice. That was nice. Harlan County 30, South Laurel nothing. So there's another update.
I think
that was a beauty. I think we're seeing this quarterback. We got, we're talking here. We have to realize this is the opening game and everything that Breathitt County's been through.
Yeah, everything we've been through.
To come out here and play and put up 35, getting ready to be 35 points, that's incredibly impressive. And I think we're seeing this quarterback come into his own. He's made 2 big-time throws on this scoring drive alone.
He's showing a lot of poise for his
first
really
start.
Has.
Bryant with the keeper going for 2. Going to sneak into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good for Tyler Bryant. I think there's a big game up the road. I believe I think Hazard may be playing Middlesboro tonight. I believe I'm correct on that. 41 seconds here to go before the half. That is a go time and Steak and Shake scoring drive for the Bobcats, making it 36-0. Go time and Steak and Shake. Refresh, refill, and refuel at Go Time with 7 great locations. And swing by Steak and Shake in Hazard, famous for their steak burgers and milkshakes.
You know, Rob, it's a great thing to see these young men down here celebrating after the score and just smiling, high-fiving each other after what's been going on. It's
good for the community, too. I love to see this crowd.
We talked about it before the game.
People happy, after everything they've been through. Bless their hearts.
What it means for these kids to be able to come out here and do something they love.
Yeah.
As last few seconds going to tick off the clock here at halftime. 36-0 from the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex.
Guys, thanks for having me on.
Freddie, we appreciate you having here. Come back and join us anytime.
Thank you all.
Been a pleasure having the guys from KSR here with us, Matt Jones and Freddie Maggard. I remember watching a lot of Bill Curry football and Freddie Maggard being at the helm for the Wildcats down in Lexington. And that'll take us to halftime, and I'll kick it over to Ty back for some commercials, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new and manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jets Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
All right, folks, we are back. 36-0 Bobcats here at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex over the Magoffin County Hornets right here at halftime. I just got to say, and I was alluding to it, I think we got interrupted by a touchdown earlier, but it was great. It's a special night on the riverbank when you get to play football. It's an even more important and more meaningful night for this Bobcat team and this community to rally after everything that's happened. And it was made more special for us to have Matt Jones and Freddie Maggard here to share with us in the first half. Some great stories, some great commentating. Love those guys. It was just wonderful having Freddie here doing a little bit of play-by-play and a little analysis with us.
Absolutely.
A great guy. I really appreciate the write-up he did. And you can tell he was really touched with the ride-around he did with Brendan. That really sat with him. Yeah. And he met some great people, and it's just great to have him here and for the community, for him to see our community rallying around these two teams out here playing football.
Yeah, I really appreciate his kind words about the community here. I haven't lived in Breathitt County for a long time, but it's still home to me. It still hurt me to see what happened here. And it's nice to see folks like Matt Jones and Freddie Maggard come here and shine a light on it and, kind of get a little publicity, a little attention here because these folks need it and they deserve it right now.
Well, I'm going to go back to the question that we had hanging on the line. Who was the best player? Matt Jones wanted to know who the best player at Breathitt County was.
The best player.
So what's your opinion?
I don't know. Are we talking skill players or linemen?
Okay, let's divide it up. Let's divide it up. You pick a lineman and then pick a skill guy.
I tell you what, I didn't really get to watch him play a lot, but when you want to go lineman, it's going to be hard to pick between Ricky Brewer and Rich McCune for me.
Yeah, well, that's those. If I had to put those guys in a classification, they would be 1 and 2. And I think on any given day, you've got some guys that fall into that category that I might not think of or you might not think of. I grew up watching Bill Kraft and Rich McCune. And those guys on the line and coming up through the Bobcat, the 4 years that I was here, we were going up against Bobby Hoffman, your older brother Al, Mark Benham, those Gene Duncan. Those guys really those guys really put it on us and instilled in us the toughness that it took in practice to make a football player.
One thing I've always thought about our practices, Rob, back when we played, is they were competitive. I never got hit any harder or played any harder in a game than I had to do in practice right here against our own teammates.
Yeah, you practice hard. The game seemed easy when I played. If you talk about skill players, and I threw out a few names when Matt and
there's been a lot of great athletes come through.
Yeah, Freddie were up here.
Matt Sharp, Jason White, his brother Gussie White.
Gussie.
I'll give you a name, and you played with him, Rob. Lester Thorpe.
Yeah, Lester was a great lineman. Yeah. I never will forget going to Ryle, and that's one of the – actually, it was Corbin. We were at Corbin playing Ryle. Ryle's supposed to knock us off. They're a 5A school, I believe. And
that was Lester's coming out party right
there.
He really –
when the third-string quarterback, who was the wide receiver, came in to run the offense and just pretty much took the snap and ran away from Lester, that said it all about that young man.
Yeah, they weren't able to handle him at all that night. He really did. He made some things happen for us that night.
Folks, we've had a great night here so far. First half action, 9:50 to go here in the halftime. Bobcats up 36-0. Special thanks again to all of our sponsors. We've talked a lot about those folks tonight. Matt Jones able to share with Variety Pizza. That's what it's all about. Just getting those folks to come and see our community and see how special our people are. I mean, I don't know how it could get any better.
Now, you all are making me hungry. How late's Variety open now, boys?
Hey, I got their phone number if you want to call them. I'm sure we could run over there during a commercial break, pick it up. It's been a great night, though. The Bobcats on top. We're going to take a break, and we'll kick it over to Ty back for a quick commercial, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's Fried Chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. When you choose one of our offices for your personal injury case, whether it's a car accident or any other type of personal injury claim, you get a team that handles everything. If it's a car wreck, we get your car repaired, we get you a rental car, we guide you through the treatment process. With over 20 years of experience, our clients get paid, in most cases without going to court. So call the pros and let us handle everything.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Give them a call today at 606-666-5519 or 606-666-5500.
Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back here on the Riverbank. Bluegrass Sports Nation bringing you all the action from Jackson, Kentucky, with the Bobcats hanging on to a 36-0. Right now, a shellacking of the Magoffin Hornets. We were talking during the break, we were bragging on this player and that player and a lot of the things that we had done in our careers. And the young man running the camera for a lot of the action here for Bluegrass Sports Nation, Mr. Darren Back, played on that championship team with Justin Haddix. We appreciate Darren and all the efforts he puts in for Bluegrass Sports Nation as he's standing here in front of us and doesn't even know we're talking about him. That's what I love, see?
Yeah, he gets a big head if we do.
Eric, I've been impressed with the togetherness of the offense, and it seems like the composure of the quarterback and the confidence he has from his line has a lot to do with that right now.
I think so. He really is putting on a show tonight. He's looking good. They didn't have the results they wanted on the first drive, Rob, but since then they've really seemed to put things together. Momentum's going their way. They moved the ball really good on that last drive.
Well, there's a lot of storybook ideas that come from football games and go into movies and productions and so on and so forth, but the young man, Tyler Bryant, has kind of sat in the back. He's played defense for a couple years, but he's sat in the back and did the quarterback drills. He knows the footwork, he knows the plays, and he's kind of just been sitting back there waiting for the opportunity. And when Coach Moore called his number and said, "We got to have you," he showed up and showing out so far tonight, leading the Bobcats.
It's exciting to get to see a young man who, like you said, gets his opportunity and makes the best of it. He really has been impressive tonight, both with his footwork, like we mentioned earlier. He's made some throws. He's got a cannon of an arm, it looks like to me. Made some good decisions. I'm impressed, and I'm looking forward to some big things from him as the year goes on.
I don't keep really great stats, but I keep a few notes on scoring drives. And the thing that sticks out to me, and I'm not trying to keep up the comparison to Jalen Turner, because Jalen was a quarterback in himself that could do many things on the field, not just on the football field. Yeah. But when you look at the notes that I've taken on these scoring drives, 20-yard pass from Bryant to Ritchie, Bryant in the end zone on a keeper, Bryant on a keeper for the two-point conversion, pass from Bryant to Caden Bowling, and then Tyler Bryant again on a keeper for a two-point conversion. Very similar to the tendencies of Jalen Turner last year when we would comment about him being all over the field and getting into the end zone.
I can't help but wonder if that doesn't have something to do with the coach. Kyle Moore himself was a quarterback. I remember when Kyle was young, before he had taken over the reins. He was a great athlete. I remember watching him play with my younger brother when they were over at SMS, Rob, and I've seen that. I've seen him take a lick, get right back up in the huddle, eyes watered up. Probably in some pain, never slowed down, got in there and go right back at it. And I think he probably knows how to coach his quarterbacks up and knows how to get them prepared, because, look, we saw what Jalen was able to do this year, what Tyler's doing this year. I think that the young men that play quarterback here all benefit from having Kyle Moore as their coach, because he can get them prepared for what they need to do.
You said it very well in the fact that Coach Moore can prepare his quarterback and he can prepare his players. No one in this community was prepared for what happened 3 weeks ago, and Coach Moore, for the second time in a little under a year, finds his whole facility flooded once again. Yeah. And the rebuilding process starts as far as equipment. What do we do for the kids? I commend him. The first thing he did, 2-3 days after it happened, let's get the kids out of town. Let's take them to Eastern for a football camp. They practiced with Coach Holcomb and the Madison Central guys. They were on Eastern's field. They were on Madison Central's field. Madison Central fed them. Eastern kept them in the dorms. They were treated like kings. Yeah. And, that says a lot about Coach Moore's ties to Coach Holcomb and the relationship that they still have. And it says a lot about Coach Moore for him to keep his guys focused. You know, look, guys, I know what we went through. I know it's devastation. I know it's a tragedy. We're going to do what we can, but our task at hand is to play football for this community. You think about district championships, regional championships, state championships. You know, that's what a coaching staff coaches for, and that's what they work these kids for, is to push them to the limit and to get them as far as they can in their career, whether it be senior year, junior year. And Coach Moore has been able to go through this tragedy and bring these kids into a different light, if you will, because honestly, some of these kids didn't have much to go home to after the destruction.
Yeah, you know, in the big picture, I mean, I hate to say this, this is just a sport. It is just a football game.
Yeah.
But this program means a lot to this community.
Yeah.
And to be able to come out here and to see them, you know, what they're able to do, them being able to overcome the adversity they've all had to face, you know, it's nothing but positive for the community to see that and to see what Coach Moore's been able to pull through himself, having been touched by that in the program here. It's impressive.
Well, we commend him. He's done great with keeping these guys focused and keeping them hard at work. This group has worked tremendously hard in the off season and in the winter, and I've had the joy to watch a little bit of that. We're going to take a quick break and go to a commercial before we start the third quarter. We'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. When you choose one of our offices for your personal injury case, whether it's a car accident or any other type of personal injury claim, you get a team that handles everything. If it's a car wreck, we get your car repaired, we get you a rental car, we guide you through the treatment process. With over 20 years of experience, our clients get paid, in most cases without going to court. So call the pros and let us handle everything.
Rose Brothers Department Stores in Jackson and Bateville are happy to help bring all the exciting Bobcat football action to fans this season. Rose Brothers is the destination of fans and athletes for the outerwear, fleece, and footwear you need, whether you participate or spectate. Come see our latest from Columbia, Under Armour, and Simply Southern for adults and children, and use our layaway plan any time of year. Visit our website, rosebros.com, for more information. And join all of us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Bateville in supporting the young athletes of Eastern Kentucky.
Lakeside Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new and manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jets Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
We are back. About 30 seconds to start the third quarter, second half action here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Bobcats 36 over the Hornets of Magoffin County 0. Special thanks again to People's Bank of Jackson, Go Time, and Steak and Shake for being our title sponsors. And our game sponsors, Jackson Physical Therapy, Jiffy Mart, Law Office of Darrell Harold, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Breathitt Automotive, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, SEC Auto Sales, Rose Brothers Department Store, PDQ Sales and Service, Lakeside Homes, Jackson Electric, Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, Variety Pizza, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, Appalachian Wireless, and the law offices of David A. Johnson. We'll talk more about those sponsors during the third and the fourth quarter. Folks, bear with us. We got 12 minutes on the clock, but the next 2 quarters probably going to go a little faster than the first because we'll have a running clock here to get started. Braxton Terry on the field to kick it off for the Bobcats as the Hornets will get the ball on offense to start the third quarter. Terry puts the boot to it. Good kick down the field. Going to hit and roll to about the 10. And big man in the backfield going to pick it up and be tackled at about the 35. I was looking to see the number. They're saying the ball's jumped out. A couple of Bobcats trying to get a signal there, but the Hornets able to recover. Was that Lafferty on the reception? I mean, it looked like him coming up the field, but I couldn't see the number.
I'm not sure about that.
Young man built like a tight end. I mean, Magoffin County really got some athletes on this field that are built well. Look at number 64, the tackle on the offensive line.
Yeah.
He's not a small character.
No, he's not. He's
I would probably hit him about his numbers. Give to Lafferty around the right corner. Here he goes up the sideline, lowers the shoulder, rumbles up to the first down, and he gives the signal himself. That'll be a first down drive for the Magoffin Hornets, brought to you by Go Time and Steak and Shake. Refresh, refill, and refuel with 7 great Go Time locations. Swing by Steak and Shake and try out their famous steak burgers and milkshakes.
Hornets coming out down 36-0, Rob, but it doesn't seem to phase them.
Didn't phase them. It's 0-0. You know, Coach DeRoss had set them up in the corner and said, guys, it's 0-0. Bobcats showing blitz. I believe that's Tolson coming around. Give to Lafferty around the left end this time. Stiff arm going to be brought down by Combs, Hall, and Abner. Rides Lafferty out of bounds.
Lafferty, he's good-sized young man. I mean, he could play offensive line for some of these teams.
He's a tank, man. He's got the look of a tight end.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the rest of these guys on the line aren't small.
No.
I would take number 64 on my team any day. He's got the size of a D1 player.
Yeah, he's a good-looking athlete in pads out here.
I'm going to do him a favor. I'm going to do him a favor, and I'm going to quit calling him number 64. I'm going to call him by name. How's that? Isaac Arnett. Give to fake inside first, and a reverse give back to Lafferty. Ball comes out. Bobcats going down the field with it. Hall has it, but the referee, I think, going to call it down.
They're doing their best to try to get the ball back, aren't they?
They are. Ogans comes out of the game for the Bobcats. I really got to, we talk offense, we talk line a lot, but we got to brag on this defense. This defense right now we're bragging on Magoffin County. They're moving the ball, but we really got to brag on this defense of the Bobcats. They've hung right in there. They've stuck their necks out and played a heck of a first half and shut this bunch out in the first half. Fake to Lafferty. Up inside is the quarterback, and he rumbles up for the first down and still brought down, going to be brought down around the 30-yard line. That was Aiden Barnett, 6 foot, 200-pound junior. Quarterback for the Hornets.
An observation about the defense here, Rob, is that they do look good. The body language looks good, and they're playing hard, fast, flying to the football. But the Magoffin County has been able to attack them on the edge. And that's where if I remember correctly, that's where they've been getting their yards, is right there on the edge, and that might be something that need to make an adjustment somehow.
Well, defensively, you got your interior linebackers, and you've got your best players out there at outside linebacker, your strongest, fastest, your hardest hitters. You've got some of your best players out there at the outside linebacker or the bandit and rover positions. And those guys have been able to seal the edge tonight and take on blocks and keep the plays inside. Even when Magoffin County has gotten a play that broke out or they got down the sideline or up to the corner, we've made good tackles. I feel like tonight, fundamentally, we haven't given them a lot or gave them anything from arm tackles.
No.
You know, we've not been afraid to hit.
No, and that's something as an old Bobcat I like to see. I like to see him flying around and putting pads on people.
Barnett going to roll out, throws back across the middle, and he's got a receiver, and he's going to rumble in for a score, but we got a flag. Reception made by Brock Montgomery, 6 foot, 160-pound junior. And that is going to be brought back. A flag here in the backfield, probably going to be holding. Pretty nice pass by Barnett that time to find Montgomery across the middle of the field.
I think I don't know, but it looked like it might have been a block in the back or something right there, right here.
Yep. That's the signal I also got from my friend Kyle Crisp beside of me here running the camera for the Bobcat Nation. Film crew, if you will, for Coach Moore. Blocking the back, and the Eagles are going to march it back. Ball going to be spotted at about the 26-yard line. Much to the dislike of the Hornet fans to our left. And it'll be second and 9. It doesn't look like 9 yards. It looks more like about 7. Double tight set up front. Give to Lafferty around the right end, and he's going to roll out of bounds past the first down marker. He's a quick young man. Once he gets the momentum going, they like to put him in motion. They like to move him around.
Yeah, it's been working well for him tonight to put him in motion. And
they'll
hand
give
it to him or fake it to him. And
they'll give him the ball around the end, or they'll fake it and then come right back at you up the middle with a counter. Tell you what, that's a big line when they got the two tight ends lined up with them out there. It's one of the best-looking athletic lines that we've seen. Backs to left and right, give to Lafferty. Lafferty now around the left end, tries to put the stiff arm on Hall, and Hall going to run him out of bounds. Chased also that time by Wesley Abner.
Good job
and Ryan Robertson.
Good job of the Bobcats stringing that out, not letting him turn upfield and get around the corner, Rob.
Yep.
That play looked a little familiar, didn't it?
It did.
You can tell that's one, to borrow a phrase from Coach Holcomb, that was one of their bread and butter plays right there.
I like Lafferty when he gets around the corner and he tucks that ball in tight and he uses that opposite hand for the stiff arm. He's got it ready, buddy.
Yeah.
He's a strong young man for the Hornets.
That's a difficult tackle for these cornerbacks out here.
Yeah. Thanks again to our game sponsors. Lafferty in motion. Barnett going to roll back, set in the pocket. Flushed out of the pocket, throws to the end zone deep. Ball knocked loose, incomplete. No flag for interference. Special thanks again to our sponsors, Rose Brothers Department Stores with locations in Jackson and Bateville. Shop in the store or online at rosebrothers.com. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. SEC Auto Sales, 272-6888. Stop by and see Dwayne Shoemaker and the guys at SEC Auto Sales. Dr. Stephen Howard, Chiropractic. If you are injured, Dr. Howard can help, including auto accidents and workers' compensation. Breathitt Automotive, formerly Breathitt County Tire. Stop by and see new owner Dustin Kilburn with car care and tires to keep you on the go. Southern Woods Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs. Here again, chased by Tincher out of bounds, and Aiden Barnett got to get rid of it for the Hornets. I was wondering if we might get a block in the back call. That little bump that Tincher got as he was chasing the QB.
I don't see what else that could have been. He was outside.
Well, that's where the flag is at. Yeah. See what the signal is from Greg Hall. Going to wave the flag off. No penalty. Tucks it back in his pocket, and we go back to the action. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in a jiffy. Gas, groceries, and a great meat department. Be sure and check out Sanford's Deli. Law office of Darrell Harold, with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of Jackson and Breathitt County. And Colby Watts of Jackson Physical Therapy. Colby will get you back into the action at Jackson Physical Therapy. Lakeside Homes, if you're looking for a new home, be sure and stop by and give them a look. They will give you the best selection and a great deal. Barnett flushed out of the pocket again. Tencher this time makes the sack. Ball, Barnett able to get rid of the ball, goes out of bounds.
Great effort by Tencher on a couple of plays there, Rob.
That time Ethan Bowling and Tencher was right on the quarterback's heels, and he had to get rid of it as Tencher made the tackle. With 3:06 to go, 36-0.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets in an obvious passing situation there, and the Bobcats came after them, able to get home.
And we've got a changing of the guard, if you will, as that was 4th down for the Hornets. Hornets turn the ball over on downs. Bobcats will line up and go to work. 2-back set now. Bowling to Bryant's right and Isaac Turner to his left. Tight end. Hoskins on the right side. We got an early flag, probably going to be offsides, and it is on the defense. Jackson Electric, stop by and see Scott and all the guys for your electrical, plumbing, and heating needs, along with septic parts and appliances. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy have always been proud supporters of the Bobcat student athletes. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with their famous hoagies. Go to Variety Pizza and get you an Italian or a ham hoagie, and tell them that Matt Jones sent you.
I can taste one of them Italian hoagies right now.
Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, celebrating over 60 years, serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. They got a big day planned tomorrow to celebrate their 60 years. Give to Caden Bowling up inside around the left end, and here comes Caden up the middle. He gets a block from Sawyer Hall. Caden Bowling has found the green grass down the center of the field. He aims it at the corner of the end zone, and Caden Bowling outruns everybody else on the field with 1:30 to go in the game. No flags down. Head referee Greg Hall gives the signal. Caden Bowling on a pickup. What do you think, 65 yards maybe?
Yeah.
60 plus anyway. What a run as he got a couple blocks inside. They gave him the ball up in the middle, and he broke it around the left end. And look out, here he comes, back up the middle of the field, not looking to shake any tackles. He lowered his shoulder, made a couple people miss, and he's out of there. Caden Bowling, 42-0 Bobcats. Braxton Terry looking to tack on the extra point, puts the toe to it, and it's through the uprights. Braxton Terry's extra point will make it 43-0 with 1 minute left in the third quarter. Bobcats on top.
You know, that goes back to something Freddie said earlier, Rob. Caden, he never stopped his feet.
No.
You know, if he had stopped his feet, they may have got him right there. But he kept going upfield, spun, juked, hit some kids, didn't shy away from contact. That was an impressive run right there.
That scoring drive brought to you by People's Bank of Jackson. People's Bank is ready to help you reach your dreams. That time, Caden Bowling reaches the end zone on an exceptional run. I got to tell you, I've known Caden for a while. That's one of the better runs that Caden's had in his career.
I like what I'm seeing out of the Bobcat offense here. I hope this bodes well for the rest of the season as we move forward. They're running, they're throwing, they're catching, they're blocking. It's been an impressive performance. The whole unit, the whole offensive unit has played well tonight, Rob.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll go to commercial and kick it over to Ty back, and we'll be back here to start the fourth quarter on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
People's Bank, our vision is to be the best community bank in America. We pride ourselves in being a community bank that builds relationships with our clients and offers cutting-edge financial products. For 120 years, People's Bank has focused on helping clients achieve their financial goals. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cold drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure you try our Chester's fried chicken. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Terry with a great kickoff. Hits it about the 20, handled it about the 15. Hornets pick it up and bring it back out to about the 20 before they are tackled by a group of Bobcats that time. I think Jaden Gibson was in on the tackle. I think the ball carrier that time was I think that was Matt Sparks again. Young man did a great job on kickoff return earlier. Gabe Fugit comes into the game for the defense. Up front, it looks like we got Michael Hudson, Ethan Bowling, and Gabe Fugit. The linebacking core sees Braxton Terry come into the game for Ryan Robertson. And our DBs are the same young men that we have started the game with, Abner, Turner, Hall, and Strong. Strong may have come into the game, and he makes a great tackle that time over there in that cornerback position.
You know, Rob, one thing, I can say about this Bobcat defense that I've noticed is they've been flying to the football all night long. And I think that goes back to the coaching.
Yeah. We got another flag thrown. We got two flags thrown, one in the direction of the Bobcats and then another right in the direction of the Hornets. And I'm not for sure if that referee threw it on the same person or two different ones. If it's two different, it'll be offsetting penalties. A little bit of trash talk going on here late in the game. The clock continues to run at 9:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Cats with a 43-0 lead. We talked a lot about first half with Matt Jones and Freddie Maggard, the greatest Bobcat players and some of our favorites. And we've talked about a lot of different people. You got Danny back. We talked about the Collins boys, Rich McCune, Ricky Brewer. We've got a big list of names, folks, that we could tally up in the next weeks, and we plan on talking about some of these players and giving a little bit more info and history. Good fake on the ball by Lafferty that time, and the man coming in on the tackle was big number 26, Braxton Terry. Able to slow him down just long enough for somebody else to come up and play cleanup, but Braxton able to trip him up and get him down. Loss of 3 on that play. Braxton trying to make a name for himself out there right now, make the best of his opportunity.
He's getting noticed right now. He's doing well.
Well, he took that kicking responsibility on last year on his own. He just came out with a tee and said, I'm going to kick. Started doing extra points, and I tell you what, if he'd been able to kick all 10 games, he would have been in the top 10 kickers on KHSAA.
Well, that's a luxury for a coach to have in high school is a kicker, and that speaks well for that young man to take that upon himself and to ask for that responsibility. And he's performed well tonight.
I think he only kicked in 6 or 7 games. He'll get mad at me if I brag on him anymore, so I'll hush. 7:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. 43-0. Bobcats with the lead. Special thanks again to all of our sponsors. We've had a great night here. I think that our fans and our community and the folks that know Bluegrass Sports Nation know that we've enjoyed every minute of KSR being here with us. Matt Jones and Freddie Maggard being on with us the first half. For me, really, I follow Freddie a lot on Facebook and on KSR, his posts, and he really did a really great write-up. And I'll mention this one more time. If you haven't already, go to KSR, Kentucky Sports Radio, and look up Freddie Maggard's My Day in Breathitt County. Was his first post this week or last week. And it's just a great write-up about our community. Folks, you'll love it. If you haven't already and you want to help out in the community, be sure and contact Aspire Appalachia, and they'll get you in touch with the right donation and the right need for this community. And we realize that the flooding happened in many different counties, and a lot of people are hurting. Breathitt County, the best of my knowledge, Eric, in the areas that I work and the areas that I live and go through day by day, there was at least 8 to 9 foot of water that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
In many areas, and that was different areas of the community was hit with flash flooding that came up very fast, and that's where a lot of the damage was seen. But we thank KSR and the guys for coming down with us, and we thank everyone for all the donations and the help that we've gotten. As you see, Magoffin County forced to punt, and it's going to be muffed by Isaac Quills Turner and going to be covered up by Corey Combs and recovered for the Bobcats. But we give a special thanks to all those that have donated and helped out. Bluegrass Sports Nation, we take this opportunity to brag on our student athletes and to brag on the folks that we have in front of us, Eric, on this field of play, Magoffin County and Breathitt both. We try to be unbiased. It's very hard for you and I to do when it's Breathitt football. Not to take anything away from this Magoffin County team. They are continuing to fight the Bobcats. They have played well all night. We saw some flashes of greatness there from Lafferty and from Barnett, also from Sparks and Montgomery. The Hornets just outmanned tonight.
Yeah, you're right. And one thing we keep coming back to a lot is body language. Good body language, great effort by the Yellow Jackets still.
Yeah. As you see some JV players come into the ball game now, we've got some different folks in. A.D. Johnson at quarterback for the Bobcats. Kanan Gross at a tackle. Gibby Gibson on the carry that time. We've still got Evan. Is that Carson or is that Evan in there? That's Evan still in there at center. Waylon Abner at guard. Chris Neese at tackle. Big guy on the right tackle over there beside Waylon Abner. And we've got Sawyer Hall at this guard. Other guy in the backfield is Braden Barnett as he's into the game. Alex Strong at one wide receiver. Stacy at a receiver. And I believe that's John Carter Holland at the other wide receiver. Great to see all those guys getting in.
It is. I know it is for you, having been involved with the Lumberjacks and seen these young men play as they're coming up. I haven't been as involved in that, but I have had the opportunity to teach some of these kids when I was working in the school district here, and I know them.
Yeah.
And it's just really fun to get to watch them get an opportunity to get out here on the field on the riverbank and in the blue and white and play some. That's a thrill just to see those young men out there.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these guys I've got to coach. Some of them I haven't, but the ones that are on the field. There's quite a few Lumberjacks out there, Eric, and that was the basis and the foundation for that program, was to learn how to develop, let these young men to develop, not just to create football players that Coach Kyle Moore could hopefully take to a state championship, but to create men that our community would be thankful for and men that our community would be proud of.
Yeah, and you know what, Rob, I think you touched on earlier, them coming in here and getting to work and cleaning up and doing what they need to do to make tonight happen. I think that goes to show that you've been successful in touching these young men's life and helping them develop the skills they need, to face the world once they get beyond this phase of their life.
Another Lumberjack in the game, Corey Watkins at wide receiver. Right in front of us here on our side of the field. 3 receivers this side, Barnett, Holland, and Watkins. Jaden Gibson with a run up inside, and he's going to bounce it up to about the 25-yard line. A lot of linemen came in on that last play. We got another Miller at center. This time it's Carson. Carson does a great job. Colby Bird at guard. Gabe Fugit at guard. Chris Neese still at tackle, and Kanan Gross at tackle for the Bobcats. Still a good-looking offensive line.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at the tackles. Look at Gross and look at Chris Neese. Kanan and Chris are athletes. Both of those guys well over 6 foot, big athletes. Chris really made a statement over at the Pike Central scrimmage. When he got on the field, it wasn't long that guy across from him didn't want much to do with him the rest of the night.
Well, that's the kind of players you want on your offensive line right there. The kinds that are, not dirty, but kind of aggressive, mean a little bit.
Yeah, aggressive. Going to get after it every play.
Exactly.
2:27 now here to go in the fourth. Bobcats 43-0 over the Magoffin Hornets. Special thanks again to People's Bank in Jackson, Go Time, and Steak and Shake for being our title sponsors here in the game for first downs and scoring drives. Give up inside to Gibson. Gibson, or is that Holland? Well, that's Gibson. Gibson able to get it up to about the 17-yard line, I believe. Yep.
Gibson's running hard when he gets the opportunity in there.
Well, he's a good runner, and he doesn't shy away from contact. Any of these freshmen that came off Shorty Combs' middle school team is not going to shy away from contact. And Jaden is one of those running backs that, you can trust him with the ball in short yardage, and if he gets the opportunity, he's going to break one.
Again, it's fun to watch these kids get in here late in the game, get a little bit of, what some people call garbage time or something like that, but they're playing hard.
They're getting some good minutes right now.
They are.
Give to Braden Barnett as he bounces out. He's trying to find the end zone, and he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. Braden Barnett brings up the opportunity to talk about his dad, Josh Barnett. And Josh is probably going to whip me over this, but Josh is one of those guys that you throw into the mix of great skill players here at Breathitt.
Yeah.
He was injured there late in the career, but I tell you what, Josh was one of the better skill players and quarterbacks to go through here at Breathitt. He's an X's and O guy, man. You talk about running an offense. Josh is somebody you want at the helm of that. Another give to Gibson. Gibson tackled in the backfield. We got another Magoffin player who's lost a helmet. Josh Barnett ran the offense for Coach Combs last year, as all of those guys have made a difference in this team as they've come forward. As you hear the fans behind us rise to their feet, time is going to tick off the clock here from the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex as the Bobcats have risen from the floodwaters of the North Fork, and they find themselves a 43-0 victor over the Magoffin Hornets. We'll take a quick break and go to commercial. Folks, we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. When you choose one of our offices for your personal injury case, whether it's a car accident or any other type of personal injury claim, you get a team that handles everything. If it's a car wreck, we get your car repaired, we get you a rental car, we guide you through the treatment process. With over 20 years of experience, our clients get paid, in most cases without going to court. So call the pros and let us handle everything.
Rose Brothers Department Stores in Jackson and Bateville are happy to help bring all the exciting Bobcat football action to fans this season. Rose Brothers is the destination of fans and athletes for the outerwear, fleece, and footwear you need, whether you participate or spectate. Come see our latest from Columbia, Under Armour, and Simply Southern for adults and children, and use our layaway plan any time of year. Visit our website, rosebros.com, for more information. And join all of us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Bateville in supporting the young athletes of Eastern Kentucky.
Lakeside Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new and manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jeffs Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
All right, folks, we are back to wrap things up here at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. Bobcats with a huge win over Magoffin County Hornets and Coach DeRosset. Hornets come in here and they played a pretty tough first half. Bobcats, got out to a pretty big lead, 28-0. But the Hornets continued to fight, but just outmatched tonight, outmanned. They really had a couple good players that we saw at numerous times do some things, but the Bobcats all over the field. The big story, I think, is the composure and the leadership of Tyler Bryant.
That's what was on my mind as well. I think that young man, like you spoke to earlier, spent some time behind other quarterbacks, but he got his opportunity tonight and he made the best of it. He was running, he was throwing, he showed poise. I'm excited to see what he has in store for the rest of the season, Rob. Yeah,
I am too, and I got to be honest with you guys. I had a lot of people asking me, who's going to play quarterback? Well, my answer was Tyler Bryant. Tyler's the man that's up. He's next. He's next in line. And a lot of people said, Tyler who?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you folks, Tyler Bryant is here tonight to tell you who he is.
Yeah, you're not going to hear that anymore.
So he's led the Bobcats to a 43-0 lead, spread the ball all over the field. Offense was exceptional tonight, great execution. We're going to wrap things up. Special thanks to our sponsors. Special thanks to Brendan Miller and Bluegrass Sports Nation for giving us this opportunity. A huge thanks to Matt Jones and Freddie Maggard for coming up and sitting with us from Kentucky Sports Radio.
Yeah, how cool was that?
A great night here on the Riverbank, folks. We hope you enjoyed it. For Ty Back, Darren Back, Eric Collins, I'm Rob Hounshell. We'll see you next week at Powell County. We won't be streaming, but you can hear the audio. We'll see you then.